Hi, Twin Flames, and welcome to your retrograde and eclipse season Twin Flame Journey tarot reading. This reading covers the rest of May, all of June, and all of July. And I just have to say, there is going to be a lot shifting and changing on the Twin Flame journey, whether you are in union or you are in separation. And some of you out there who have yet to meet your Twin Flame, this may be when you come into union or you meet them for the first time, because retrograde energy is return of the past. It's unfinished business. It's tying up loose ends. It's getting your closure. It's getting your clarity, your understanding. Sometimes it's about second chances. And, Saturn is really going to be balancing karmic energies while Saturn is retrograde and is moving. It's in Aquarius at the time I'm doing this reading, but it's going to slip back into Capricorn and retrograde all the way through the end of September, and it will not re-enter Aquarius until the end of December. So Saturn is really balancing a lot of karma, and also Saturn is bringing awareness, experience transforming into wisdom. Okay, Venus is part of this retrograde season, and I've already done a video specifically about Venus retrograde energies and Mars moving into Pisces, so I've left a link below if you are interested in that. But let's get right in to the reading for this twin flame journey and how retrograde season and eclipse season is going to affect and change things. And eclipses can bring tower moments, but also eclipses bring great truth, things coming to light, things hidden no longer can hide, the mystery being solved. All right, I'm going to start the reading with the transparent oracle, and this deck here is meant to build on itself. So the first card out is going to be the energy between you and your twin flame right now as you watch this reading, and then the next card is going to represent what happens during retrograde season, and then the third card what happens during eclipse season. So let's get right in. Okay, so the first card out is talking about your dreams. And this is interesting because the Venus retrograde reading I did for twin flames was all about meet me in my dreams, where you and your twin flame, whether you're in union or in separation, are going to be having a lot of meeting on the astral plane, your souls trying to work certain things out. There's a lot of evolution that's going to take place over the next 3 months. Again, experience transforming into wisdom, and in that space, that's where growth is received and evolution is achieved. And so you and your twin flame have been meeting in the astral, talking about this, preparing for all the shifts and changes that are about to unfold during retrograde and eclipse season. And then just another confirmation about the message we already got in that Venus retrograde reading I did for twin flames. Pay attention to what is going on in your dreams, the symbolism, the imagery, any sort of repeating dream, but also pay attention to the signs and synchronicities in your waking life. The universe is speaking to you. There's a big message coming in for each and every one of you about your twin flame journey, and whether you're in union or separation is how that message is going to be received. And I know some twin flames that are in union. Okay, it is a real thing. It is a real thing. And I know some twin flames who are in separation. Okay, and the way this retrograde energy is going to impact is really contingent upon where each twin flame is at on their journey. Okay, but whether we are in separation or we are in union, your dream time is very, very significant. And those of you who have yet to meet your twin flame, you might be dreaming of them, like you already, your souls already, meet like every night in dreamland. Okay, what is eclipse season bringing? and we have a animal guide coming out, the wolf. And this is about, you know, loyalty, following your intuition, realizing like what's pulling you, what's driving you, and your intuition is going to become much, much stronger. And also I feel confirmation and validation through retrograde about your different intuitive promptings, and this has everything to do with your twin flame and your twin flame journey. And with the wolf coming out as an animal guide, you know, regardless of the way things are appearing on the earth plane at this time between you and your twin flame, this is talking about the evolution. This is talking about the spirits that are around you that, you know, nurture and grow this connection. Again, whether you are in separation or you are in union, there's some really powerful beings around this union of this twin flame journey. All right, and it just doesn't stop. What is retrograde season bringing? And look at this, and I'm just gonna put this on here so you can see this card 100% on its own. This is the truth being revealed to you. This is all things coming to light. And again, the different beings that are around you, that are around your twin flame, that are helping you both evolve and expand, you know, into higher versions of yourself, and also a shedding of the past, of old energy, old wounds. And this is true for you as well as your twin flame. So you have this spirit guide around you, multiple spirits around you, helping you on this twin flame journey. And you see the labyrinth at the center there, the mystery. Okay, this every step with your twin flame is divine. Okay, and it's leading to somewhere. It's leading to something more, and it goes far beyond the earth realm and the earth experience, you know, being in the human avatar. It's spiritual. There's so much more to the twin flame journey than just what's experienced in the physical realm, in the physical reality. That's just one piece of the puzzle. And so you've got to know there's these guides that, you know, really help both of you through this labyrinth. And in this labyrinth, you may always walk together until you reach the end. This labyrinth representing this life journey. And for others of you, you get lost in this labyrinth, but eventually you will find your way to each other before you reach the end. Okay? And these guides oversee that. And this becomes much more apparent through eclipse season. There's a lot that's going to be revealed to you. Okay, so we have dream time, the astral plane, and we have the wolf as a animal guide, and then you have these spirit guides coming in really strong. So there's going to be major growth and evolution within each twin flame. Again, whether we are in separation or we are in union, there is this beautiful awakening happening in both. Okay, so let's look at what the divine feminine is working on at the soul level, the main soul lesson, and the understanding and clarity and breakthrough that the divine feminine will receive through eclipse and retrograde. In the silence of meditation, you acknowledge mistakes that you have made. You let them go. So major healing coming through the divine feminine energy. Also, a deeper sense of accountability happening on behalf of the divine feminine energy. You know, taking accountability for her own actions, her own words, and, you know, even if her divine masculine has hurt her or screwed her over, she's not in this mode of blaming and feeling as though she's a victim. She is now becoming very empowered through the journey, through the experience, and connecting the dots and seeing it from the spiritual, from the non-physical, with the help of these guides. And, you know, in that space, what is perceived is beyond, you know, verbal words, but you cannot articulate it, and each one of your journeys is different. But this here, through retrograde and eclipse season, there's a big expansion of the divine feminine, and her solar plexus chakra receiving an upgrade, and she is coming into her personal empowerment and strength. And this is just an energy that she hasn't quite captured before, but she's earned it, you know, through the journey. And Capricorn, I always call Saturn Capricorn. Saturn has been in Capricorn. It's a 3-year transit. Okay, so this is like a 3-year lesson cycle that Divine Feminine has been working on, and now she's expanding beyond it. So let's see what the spiritual message is for the Divine Masculine energies. Offend no one, and yet speak the truth. Be clear and kind with your words, never harsh. So a spiritual lesson that's coming full circle for the Divine Masculine is very similar to the feminine, but this is more attached to the throat chakra, where it's time to speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but also delivery is important, and sometimes some things need to be delivered very softly, and some things do need to be delivered in more of like a very blunt type of way, okay? And so here there's a softening coming in to Divine Masculine, where if his words were cold and harsh, or he told lies, this is changing in him. There's a big time awakening and awareness of this energy and a desire to do better. Divine Masculine learning from past mistakes and receiving an upgrade and activation to the throat chakra area. So those in separation, we might finally have some communication, heart-to-heart conversation. And then those of you in union, where things were a mystery, Divine Masculine is going to now start opening up and sharing his self in a different way with a softer delivery. And, you know, if this is somebody who, when they're unhappy, they're very nitpicky and complaining, that energy would be shifting within them, okay? So let's pull some cards for retrograde and eclipse season, some more energies, and just how both Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine are experiencing that. All right, look at that. We've got a grand fire trine, new beginning. And this is with the retrograde energy for the Divine Feminine, and the eclipse energy is 10th house, a successful achievement. Now, Saturn, Jupiter, and Pluto have been in Capricorn for a while, which is the 10th house. And Saturn just went out of Capricorn into Aquarius, but again, just went retrograde and will slip back into Capricorn in the very beginning of July. And so this coming out as your eclipse energy lets me know that for Divine Feminine, her past energies and efforts are going to be rewarded. There is a big achievement, accomplishment happening for Divine Feminine energies. Okay, and she has a new beginning here as well. So let's look at Divine Masculine and how the energies are affecting him. Okay, so we have Sagittarius energy, I protect you. And, you know, one of these eclipses is the full moon lunar eclipse in Sagittarius on June 5th. So that is going to be a very powerful eclipse for the Divine Masculine energies. All right, with this coming out, a lot of healing coming in for Divine Masculine. And again, it's about delivery and wanting to protect and to make up for past mistakes. And where I created a wound, I want to bring the healing. I want to be the remedy and the Sagittarius full moon eclipse is going to be quite powerful on masculine. And look at that. And now here we have Capricorn. I teach you. And remember, Capricorn is 10th house energy, and is also, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Saturn has been in the 10th house, and you know, look at that. You both have this for the eclipse energy. So Saturn is very instrumental in the twin flame journey at this time. Oh my gosh. Look at, you know what? That is very synchronistic actually, because it's like everything is going to change. There is some tower moments. There is major shock. All that was is now falling down. So something brand new can, you know, be built. And just the way all those cards fell down like that, that was so synchronistic of that energy. You know, what was false must fall down now. Because with Saturn, it's time for the truth to be revealed. It's time for things to be exposed. It's time to balance karma. And, you know, where we have failed to learn our lessons, we are going to be given a crash course in it. But for those of us who have learned our lessons, all that experience transforms into wisdom and we evolve. And so right here, I know that Saturn has been working very heavily with twin flames on their journey, and the transit when it finally goes back into Aquarius is going to be a big game changer for the twin flame journey. Okay, so for the last 3 years on the twin flame journey, you guys have been working on some really hard and heavy life lessons. And over here for divine masculine, you know, we also have Sagittarius energy, and Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius. Jupiter is in the 10th house, the house of Capricorn right now. Okay, so with that being said, there's like blessings that have been withheld from divine masculine. Okay, and that Jupiter Sagittarian energy combining in that 10th house, divine masculine could have been more concerned with status and career and building themselves, and maybe being even a bit more materialistic and superficial about things. Okay, because that's the energy that divine masculine has been working with, but it's all for purpose. Okay, it's part of divine masculine's journey, personal journey of the soul, and there's a lot that has been learned and a lot of maturity that has been gained through this process, even if there has been mistakes that were made. Okay, and this is like I feel very blocked energy, kind of aloof, mysterious, maybe not as participational, whether you guys are in union or you're in separation. It's like divine masculine has really been working on building himself, like his reputation, his money, his career, some like a status, trying to achieve a dream, something along those lines with those energies. And divine feminine, you know, she's been working on a new beginning, and she is coming into a successful achievement. Okay, there is beautiful energy manifesting for divine feminine, and you know, you both have this 10th house energy coming through. So I do know that there's also been a focus of divine feminine working on herself, her money, her career, her status, her reputation, and now she is about to have a beautiful breakthrough. And here divine masculine is about to receive a deep healing and awakening, because Sagittarius is the ruler of the 9th house, and that's higher learning, that's higher spirituality. So that's what divine masculine is evolving and transforming into through retrograde and eclipse season. A lot is about to make sense for divine masculine. You know, the things he's done in the past that are wrong, he feels accountable for them. The things that he's done that are right, he wants to build upon those. A lot of maturity and awakening happening in the divine masculine. Okay, like that's the primary message I'm getting for retrograde and eclipse season, is this beautiful awakening and like maturity maturity, taking ownership and accountability of self, and that activation at the throat chakra. Let me open up, let me be vulnerable, let me express myself, okay? And divine feminine, you know, this is where I feel she's become very independent. Again, whether she's in union or separation, she's been working on some achievement for herself, and it's about to unfold through retrograde and eclipse season. And this feels like a material achievement. So this could be about career, this could be about a dream or goal, this could have been like a personal change, this could be birthing an idea into reality. You know, there's just this beautiful achievement that's taking place for divine feminine through retrograde and eclipse season. So let's pull a card for the energy of all of this between the two. We have Pluto as seek facts. Okay. Pluto is also in the 10th house in Capricorn and has also just gone retrograde. And look at that, seek facts. That's the energy sitting between the two of you. So you have Saturn right here. You have Jupiter right here. And you know what? Sagittarius is fire energy. You got a ground fire trine. So we might as well say Sagittarius is sitting over here as well. So Jupiter, and then you have Pluto. All three of them have been in Capricorn, teaching us, growing us, being a big part of this twin flame journey. They have all just gone retrograde, and they are all showing up in this reading. So the retrograde of Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter is going to be the most significant for this twin flame journey, and that is karma balancing. The scales finally, you know, where they were like this, now they're like this. Very positive, energetic return. And Jupiter helping you reclaim your lost soul fragments. Pluto bringing insight and wisdom and understanding in big, beautiful ways where there was nothing but mystery and darkness. Because remember, we you know, open up talking about just the dream time, okay? So where there was mystery, ambiguity, ambiguous, you know, thoughts and emotions, and just a lot of mystery between the twin flames here. Finally, we come into that understanding, that deeper understanding. So let's pull some more cards. And you know, picking up on the activation to the solar plexus for the divine feminine, that is your manifestational energy powerhouse. So that would make sense because she is having this achievement, okay? That just jumped out at me. Okay, unaligned intentions, sexual nostalgia, healing soulmate connection, sacred love, incomplete, maturity, admiration. Okay. So over here, yeah, divine feminine is really becoming personally empowered. She has recognized, again, whether we are in union or separation, she has recognized the incompatibilities between her and her twin flame. And it's like she wants improvement. She wants change. She's going to do what she needs to do for herself, for her own happiness. And if that means leaving twin flame behind for now, that means leaving twin flame behind for now. Okay? And I do feel for some twin flames that are in separation, I do see divine feminine having a very healing soulmate connection around her in her life right now. And that could be, you know, another romance, or that could be through a really good friend, a spiritual companion. There is a strong healing energy around divine feminine right now. And again, it could go either way, whether it's romantic or just friend. But she, if it's romantic, it's she knows that it can't be her ever after. It's just a very harmonious, beautiful connection that's healing to her soul. She enjoys this person, but it does not match up to what she had over here, okay? And you know, she's still very much thinking about her divine masculine. And, you know, I just feel for many of you, this is probably a friend, a good, like, spiritual companion that's been healing to her soul, that's helped empower her, helped her to see things from a different perspective, okay? And to realize that, you know, sometimes it isn't the right time for things to come together, and coming into acceptance about that, really funneling her energy into herself, building herself, building her dreams, you know, whatever it is. And she's being successful at it. But she does miss her masculine. And if we come over here to the masculine energy, my goodness, he is awakening, big time awakening over here. We've got maturity coming through. Divine Masculine has been working on a lot of lessons. For feminine, we have journey, journey, journey. Over here, we have soul, journey, and lessons. So Divine Masculine has been getting it really hard from Saturn in the lessons, in the expansion. And, you know, forcing masculine to really see himself in a new light, in a new perspective. And he is softening. He is taking accountability. There is a great maturity happening within him. And he feels incomplete without his feminine. It's a sacred love. He recognizes that. And everything she's accomplishing and achieving for herself, he very much admires and watches from afar, okay? So Divine Masculine, peeping in on Divine Feminine, you know, if we're in separation, if we're in union, Divine Masculine very inspired by his feminine and everything she's achieving and accomplishing and doing, and it's inspiring him to be bigger and better and become more, okay? And this is playing out again the rest of May through June and July. So let's pull some tarot and go a bit deeper. I feel like that's bonus for right there. Okay, so we have the Devil, Judgment, Seven of Pentacles, Suspend, which would be the Hanged Man, Six of Cups, Ten of Swords, and Five of Wands. Okay, so over here with Divine Feminine energy, we have the Devil under this unaligned intentions. And again, and you know what? The Devil is the card in the tarot that represents Capricorn. And you've got that Saturn energy in Capricorn so strong. And here it is for Divine Feminine. It's really, Saturn over these past 3 years has made her tough as nails, and made her wise. And now where emotions or connection would once control her actions, her thoughts, no longer. She has come into a whole different perspective about herself, her worth, her value, and a refusal to accept less than she deserves, even if it's the love of her life over here. Because here, you know, she's like, okay, yeah, with this Devil energy, we're not good, we're toxic, or we're just not in the same place. Or if we're in union, you know, this is some issue, challenge that the two of you have been struggling to move past. And now here we are, where it's like, okay, regardless of, you know, how connected I feel towards you and how much I will miss you, I'm going to do what I got to do for me with the Judgment card here. And those twin flames who are in separation, and Divine Feminine is in a relationship with somebody else, is Seven of Pentacles. It won't manifest. It's because I do know that sometimes when twin flames are separated, especially for a very long time, they may decide, you know what, we're never going to be back together. Our journey is meant to be in separation this lifetime, and therefore I'm going to settle for this person that loves me and that I feel comfortable with and is a good person, is a good catch. But that spark, that inner fire, that magic energy that just pulls you to another person, it doesn't exist here. And that's what the Seven of Pentacles is saying. So if you are, and this can be interchangeable because it's general, but if you are in a separation from your twin flame and you are in a relationship with somebody else and you know that you will never truly be in love with them, you'll have love for them, you'll be good to them, you'll be loyal, you'll care, but you know that you'll never be in love with them. You've got to be real with yourself, because there will come a point where you grow very bored and unsatisfied, and it might put you in a depression, because sometimes it's better to be free, it's better to be on your own, than to be with somebody that isn't good to you or that you truly can't be in love with back. Even if you will be loyal and you will be great and you will never harm them or hurt them, but in your soul that your heart and your soul and your mind will always belong to this twin flame, that really cheats that person. It truly does, and it cheats you. Okay, so just a message for some of you out there, and you know who you are. Okay, that's obviously not the message for all the twin flames watching this, but some of you, know who you are, and Spirit's like, no, this is not where you belong. This hinders your growth and your journey. This person came in to help you heal, to help you mend, to activate you, to expand you, for you to continue on your twin flame journey, whatever that means for you personally. Okay, and if this for the rest of you, where this is just a really good friend or soul companion that's in your life, this person is going to give you a lot of advice as to why certain things don't work, or why those twin flames in union, why you have this specific challenge and how to move past it. And those in separation, this person is going to offer a lot of insight and advice and help ease and soothe the soul, all right, especially on the side of the feminine. So over here, feminine has been empowered, activated. She is standing strong on her own 2 feet. And masculine over here is noticing, okay? It does not go unnoticed by him. And, with suspend, that's the shifting perception that's taking place in masculine over the next 3 months about his past, about his twin flame, again, whether we're in separation or union. And, big time about masculine taking accountability and responsibility, and here it is, he is. And this doesn't have to mean that he's done horrible things. This is just where masculine is seeing things about himself that he doesn't like so much, and he wants to change it. And where he has done wrong and where he has harmed, he wants to fix that. He wants to correct that. He's coming into like a very mature, wise energy as Saturn retrogrades, and he has been learning a lot of lessons with the Ten of Swords, and he's maturing. He really is. And it's not to say Divine Feminine hasn't been going through lessons, because she has. It's just they're very different lessons. And I feel for Divine Masculine, this retrograde and eclipse season is going to be much more intense for the masculine energy than it is for the feminine energy. And Mars is not retrograde, Venus is, okay? And Mars is about to move into Aries. However, Mars is in Pisces, and that's 12th house energy. And that is the cycle completion, the ending, the undoing, really things coming full circle. You cannot run from yourself in that energy, and what needs to be changed cannot be looked away from. So there's a lot of accountability and ownership that's taking place in the divine masculine energies. And those of you in separation, you know, his feminine is very much on his mind, and just everything that's happened, and he's changing his mind. He's realizing there will always be a hole in his heart, because this is a sacred love. This is a sacred union, okay? And so let's see what we have pairing up. Look at that. That Five of Pentacles jumped out, and then the next card is the Five of Wands. So we've got two fives here at the energy that sits in between. Fives is challenges, struggles, and changes. So where we were very blocked before on both sides, there is a shift coming to that through retrograde and eclipse season. And remember, masculine is getting an upgrade to his throat chakra. So those of you in separation, you may hear from, you know, the masculine, okay, just because he wants to speak out, he wants to share, he wants to express. And, you know, feminine over here feeling very strong and independent within herself, and the emotions that have gripped her in the past are truly becoming a thing of the past. Like, she's learned how to stand on her own 2 feet without her masculine, even if you guys are still in union, okay? The lessons that each have been working on are vastly different. You know, here, Five of Pentacles, that's physical manifestation, okay? That's exactly what's been happening for feminine. So this Five of Pentacles, her energy, and then the Five of Wands, this is spiritual, this is within, and that coincides perfectly with masculine taking accountability and ownership for himself, not just in his twin flame journey, but every choice that he's made. Like, he's just seeing cause and effect. He's really connecting the dots. A lot of maturity happening within the masculine energy during retrograde and eclipse season. So let's pull a few more cards. True forgiveness, emotional baggage, true self, distance and disconnection, dishonesty and mixed signals, and acceptance. Okay, so this is the main focus for both divine feminine and masculine during retrograde and eclipse. Just the way the energies shift, the different awakenings that are happening in both the divine feminine and masculine, and you know, some of this also coming through dream time. But there is forgiveness that's happening, you know, and it's very natural. So regardless of who is wrong or who has hurt who, there's forgiveness that's taking hold. And the emotional baggage, you know, whoever had emotional baggage is facing that and working on that. And, you know, in the past, even though you have this connection, we have unaligned intentions, and then we have the true self. When you and your twin flame originally met, whether we're in union or separation at this time, that was not your true self, your true version of what you ultimately evolve into in this connection. And that's why there's distance, there's disconnection, there's been dishonesty and mixed signals, okay? And for those of us in union, it's like we've come into this place of acceptance of the way things are is just the way they are. But all of that's about to change. Masculine really waking up, taking ownership, accountability, wanting to protect, wanting to express, wanting to come in very strong, wanting to heal the wounds that he has caused in the past, wanting to show his true heart, wanting forgiveness, wanting to forgive, okay, because this could go both ways, wanting to bridge the gap of the distance that exists within this union. Now, those of you in separation, this is a bit of a different message, you know. Here we are apart. Why are we apart? Because there was dishonesty. We're wearing a mask. We have masks here, and then we have masks here. So there's an element where both of you were holding back or not fully showing who and what you are to each other. There's a lack of vulnerability here, and that's why true forgiveness needs to come in, because of the things that we withheld, and then the falsities that we both shared with each other, okay? Because I do feel Divine Feminine could have said some things to Masculine that she really didn't mean in an attempt to hurt him back, okay? And vice versa, just depending on how you fall into this situation, okay? So this is what's really changing during eclipse and retrograde season. Let's pull some more cards. Shift perception, total alignment, and I guess I should put these up here so that you guys can see them. Total alignment, that I don't know if I showed you that long enough. Our photographs, taboo things, boundaries, twin flame love, karmic flame journey. Okay. I like this. Over here where we have unaligned intentions, now we move into total alignment. This is the energy after we get through retrograde and eclipse season. And the strongest energies and time for that is May, June, and July. But, you know, Neptune, Saturn, Pluto, are going to take longer to go direct, but the intensity, the main part of eclipse season will be May, June, July, as well as retrograde. And this is what comes beyond that. And here is the alignment of energies between Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine, because we've both really shifted perception. Divine Feminine, again, very independent and strong, laying down boundaries. And what's interesting over here under Divine Masculine is we have taboo things and karmic flame journey. So if masculine, because you know we did see this soulmate here for feminine, but now we have this karmic showing up over here on the masculine side. Okay, and if you know this was an interference within this connection, or you know your masculine has been in a karmic flame journey, that is all coming to an end. You know, we've got taboo things, and the realization that this person, this karmic, is not, you know, where they belong, and that it's just toxic. It just brings bad into their life. They've learned a lot of hard lessons through this karmic connection, and cannot forget this connection. Here's our photographs. I'm still watching. I'm still looking. Okay, but here, twin flame love. This is a recognition on both sides of the aisle. Okay, right here, twin flame love. And I do feel this is going to be experienced more on the Divine Masculine behalf, just because of the way the cards have come out, where there's this awakening, because we do have sacred love showing up in his energy. And, you know, then for him, you know, look at this. We have this during retrograde season and eclipse season, this awakening that, you know, this is my true love, this is my sacred love, and any karmic or other person involved realizing that there is no long-term potential there, okay, because there's only this. So we've got this twin flame love coming through, and this is, you know, what all this is intended to lead to after retrograde and eclipse season. Okay, so those are your messages, twin flames. I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care.